turn it.
Turn it over.
Seems like I'm gonna have to. Hello. We'll give it a few more minutes and let's see. While I'm getting my little technical difficulties going. Y'all know I'm trying something new, so. Hey, welcome. How are you? I am trying to see. Y'all don't mind my hair. I took these braids down. I'm about to get ready to start taking them out in a minute. These long behind nails will not allow me to be great, so. Kai, come here. Every time I'm talking, he think I'm talking to somebody, so say hey. Say hey. Say hey. How's everybody doing on this hump day? Y'all, I can't keep up with my days of the week. I keep forgetting that it's Wednesday. I'm a day behind. That holiday really messed me up mentally, so don't mind me. All right, y'all. All right. So I am at the 2.5. I'm past the 2.5 minute mark. And look, I just wanted to come on really quick. Get out, big boy. I just want to talk about something. I want to get y'all opinion, honestly, okay? Okay. Give me a second. Let me get Kakai. Because he will not. He's just like a little bitty baby. I'm going to just hold my little baby with me. So anyway, let me ask you y'all opinion. I was talking to an associate of mine. Hey, welcome. Haven't really got started yet, but I was about to get ready to just kind of give my little spiel, right? So I have an associate of mine. I can't say a friend or whatever, but somebody that I'm quite fond of that lives not too far, excuse me, from me, right? On my stroll, walking to take Kai out to go potty, all those sort of things. I see this person, this young lady, very sweet. And we do have casual conversation, and we always encourage, uplift, and just chop it up with each other, right? So today she and I were talking. I noticed that she was looking a little sad. I was taking Kai out or whatever. On my way passing her, I was like, okay, I see you looking a little sad. And on my little route, we took a few routes. Well, we took a few extra miles around the complex today just to get my steps in, right? So I ended up seeing her, on my way getting closer back to our house. And I said, well, what's going on, girl? And she was telling me that she's basically, a personal situation, which she didn't mind me talking about. But I just want to ask you guys' opinion. I'm going to get to the story. So the situation, long story short, is, her children's father is not going to be able to get the kids for the summer, or the beginning of the summer, like he said he was. And she didn't really tell the children the truth, the truth about why their dad can't get them. She just told them a little made up story. Just want to make their dad, look like a good guy in their eyes. In actuality, he's got a friend that he's He's got a new friend that he's seeing, and he's not going to be able to get the kids until like a week or two later, which is fine. It's his prerogative. He can do what he want to do, right? So I told her, I said, let me tell you this. From personal experience, y'all, I have shared things, and I will share things with my children within reason, right? For example, my children, they were so much younger. I was married years and years ago, and I was married for a good while. Yes, I was in an abusive, a domestic marriage. It didn't start out like that, but it ended that way, right? And I'm not ashamed to say that. I used to be for a long time. I used to be so afraid because I didn't want people to know what I really went through. But I think what you go through, it's a part of you. I think you were meant to go through what you went through for a reason, right? That's how I look at it. So my thing is, I went through my domestic situation with my ex, and it is okay. It didn't break me. It's not something that I'm ashamed to talk about. I don't think anybody could use that against me or whatever. But when I'm saying all that to say this, when you know that your children are of age, when do you start telling them the truth? You know, that's kind of like when we tell the children about Santa Claus and all those little made up tales. Like, when do you start telling the children the truth? So I did share with her my little story and say, listen, my children, even when I didn't think that they knew a lot of stuff that was going on with my ex and I, they knew. They knew. I don't think that you should tell your children every little single detail, but I think it helps. Children are smarter than what we think, y'all. And whether we give them credit for it or not, they be knowing what time it is. They know that there's a dispute. They know something going on, because it used to break my heart when I could recall and sit back and talk about something and where I thought my children was young. Like, how you know that? I could be talking about something, they be like, oh, I remember that, mama. And I'm looking like, what? How you remember that? You was this age, or you were that age. But guess what? It is what it is. The truth will set you free, and I learned that a long time ago. Even when I was going through my situation, yes, it was a little crazy, but you got to tell your children the truth, because in actuality, they're going to look at you like, mama, you a big old liar. You ain't telling us the truth, right? So I just really wanted to get somebody else's opinion. I told her, I said, hey, because she gave me the story. She said, well, sis, you know, I was raised old school, and so was I. Cause Gloria Jean was having that mess. You know, we all were raised old school, but she said that her mom taught her children stay in children business. Children don't be in grown folk business, which is true. But at some point, if they live in the house, they're smart enough to know what's going on, y'all. Okay? So I just wanted to get somebody else's opinion and say, what do you all think? Do you think as a parent, should you share certain things with children when they're of age? Like, my oldest is 20. I'm quite sure if y'all been watching me, you see my video, you see my baby's in Japan. And I miss that boy a lot. I have my 17-year-old and I have my 15-year-old. Does that mean I still sugarcoat and hide things from my babies? No. Welcome. You all coming in. I'm just just asking question about what y'all think about at what age, or do you tell your children, do you sugarcoat stuff for your children? Do you sugarcoat it, or you just be brutally honest? Do you just be like, no, this is what's going on, this is what happened, you know, XYZ? I'm a firm believer within due time. There are things that happened in my life that I chose not to share or talk about to my children because I didn't feel like they can handle it, you know. To each his own. But for me, I'm good with talking to my children because I feel like, bless you, I feel like if you tell them the truth, they can't help but respect you. They're going to always respect what you're telling them. They're going to say, okay. And it's 3 sides to a story. Everybody know that. So, y'all tell me, do you think, and I really not trying to go too much into it because again, I told her, I said, girl, I like the fact that you and I can share stories with each other. We can brainstorm, chop it up, be good girlfriends. But I told her, I said, girl, I think I look at it one way and you look at it another way. So she didn't mind me talking about this and really not going in detail with everything. But I guess the question is, do you tell your children, do you keep it real with your babies, your children, when they're of age now? I'm not telling you to tell your children, oh, I went and did X, Y, and Z. No. It's a lot of stuff I'm taking to the grave with me. My children don't need to know. You understand? That's grown folks' business. That's grown folk business. I ain't gonna tell y'all, we all have a past, you know what I'm saying? My children know back in the day, I tease with them and tell them stories, honey, when I used to be going to the club and just being wild and having good time. Because again, that's a part of me. Everybody has a past. And what is the saying? If somebody try to bring up your past, it's just like, what did they say? I read this comment somewhere. It's just like breaking in an abandoned house. Hell, I don't live there no more. What you mean? I don't stay there no more. So you can't bring up anything. Who can tell you better about Pamela than Pamela? I can tell you about me. Okay? So we all have a past and we learn, we grow from things. So I just feel like keeping it real with your children. I was talking to my son about it, my 17-year-old. He was like, you know what, Mama, you're absolutely right. He said, you told her the right thing. He said, tell her, yeah, she should have told the children. Don't make up a lie and say, oh, y'all dad got a new job or whatever, because guess what? When the children, they're big kids. They're like my kids' age, and they're going to be like, oh, Dad, how you liking your new job? And he's going to be like, what? Instead of just saying, hey, your dad, he has a friend that he met and he got some, you don't even have to say friend. You can kind of pretty that part up, but just say that he's doing this and just be real with him, because sometimes my mama back in the day, she didn't tell us always the truth. And when I did used to find out truth, I'm like, Mama, ooh, I couldn't do nothing. Let me stop lying, because I wouldn't dare do that. My mom did not play. I got some chamomile tea, y'all. Y'all know this is my favorite cup. I love drinking out of this cup right here. I love this. So, what do you want? Come on. Y'all, Kai is like a little baby. If y'all have watched my videos, you can tell Kai is a big baby. He loves to be pampered. Come on. He loves to be babied. And he is the star of the show. So, say hi, Kai. Say hi. Say hi. Tell him hi. Say hi. We are live. Y'all, I was so nervous, and I don't know why. I'm just talking to a freaking camera, but for some reason, you feel like when you're going live, it's like, I'm taking a test or essay. I'm doing something. Like, really, it's nothing. It's nothing to it. I put my mind to it, because you know what, guys? I'm a talking behind chick. I love to talk. I'll talk you to sleep. Wake up, I'm still talking. Yes, I am. I'm going to give it to you, baby. Raw and uncut. Just do. So my children get on me all the time. That's why they hate going to the store with me, because, and I did say store, because I'm so country. I'm from Georgia. But my children hate going to the store with me because they say, Mama, you talk too much. Whatever it is about me, y'all, I don't know. I can go to the store right now, and this is on everything. Promise y'all. I can go to the store right now, meet a person, never seen this person a day in my life, and guess what happened? They will stand there and tell me their whole entire life history. It's not saying that I don't enjoy, because I enjoy talking to people. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Just like I love talking. And I think that's what's been helping my plan. That's another thing I want to ask y'all. Do y'all believe in talking to your plants? My grandmother was a talker to her plants, and she always felt like you talk to them to keep them alive. They have feelings. My grandma used to always say, honey, these plants have feelings, baby. You better talk to them. That's what make them grow. So, yeah, that's what I do. And I talk to my little buddy right here. My little sidekick, Kai. Because he won't just leave. He won't go. I've tried to set up and move around and go somewhere. I went over there. He went over there right behind me. I moved. I said, okay, maybe he want to play over here with his toys. Guess what? He come right over here where I'm at. I went to the restroom. Came back. Kai. So I was like, okay, maybe he wants to be in my space, because typically I'm working during the daytime, y'all. I work. I ain't even going to say I work. I can't even describe how I work sometimes. When you're working from home, I no longer have to go in to the job where I work. I don't go to a building, but I work from home. It's so mentally draining, y'all. Stressful. So stressful. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to come on. I wanted to see, nobody's really giving me their opinion, and I'm asking for an opinion. But I did tell, my associate, I feel like she should probably tell her children, just tell them the truth. Just kind of dance around it just a little bit, but touch on it. Because what you're doing is you're setting their dad to look kind of crazy. He gonna be looking like, what job? I ain't getting no new job. Tell the truth. Shame the devil, tell the truth. It's okay. They can accept it. They can either A, deal with it or not, But that was my little take on things. So y'all just tell me what you thinking. I don't know what this thing keeps popping up on my camera. Wait, let me go here. I don't know what this is keep popping up on it, but I ain't worried about it. Okay. But yeah, I'm about to start taking these braids out. I'm very tender-headed. As you can see, my little edges, I don't have a whole lot of them. And the more these braids start growing out, guess what they doing? Pulling on my freaking edges. And I can't stand it. Every time I turn my head, it feels like somebody pinching my scalp. So I gotta take these guys out. We go through a lot, because I can't tell you how many hours I sat still to get these braids. And I wanted them so bad. This was like one of my Mother's Day gifts. And now that they've been in for like almost a month, I'm ready to depart with these good sisters. You know what I'm saying? And go back to whatever style I'm going to go with. Y'all, Kai would try to drag the door. Hey, Jayla. I need somebody to take Kai outside real quick for me. But anyway, y'all, how is everybody's day been? How y'all day been? Thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you so much. How's your day been going? Tell me, talk to me. Who had the best hump day ever? Who was really humping? Who humped the hump off their back today? I mean, I work. Like my daddy said, they got the butter from the duck today, baby. You best believe it. The butter from the duck. I do claims, pretty much in a sense, medical billing claims or whatever, and it's mentally exhausting. It's draining. Sometimes I just run across claims where I don't have a clue as to what to do. And I just sit there and look cross-eyed. So today was one of those days where I was just cross-eyed. It's all get out. So that was that. Wait a minute, y'all. Something keeps coming up on my screen. Y'all don't mind me, because I'm a little crazy looking. Okay, all right. So anyway, y'all, so I think I put two things out there. So I want to go back and touch on the domestic, because I think last month was if I'm not mistaken, Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. And I think I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and domestic violence is not something that a lot of people do talk about. I know personally myself, I didn't talk about domestic violence while I was in it, because I was so ashamed. It's no worse feeling than working on a job, going to church, people thinking that y'all just was the ideal couple and whatever the case may be, and then if only they knew that, you know what I'm saying, that you guys were really, it was physical violence going on between the two of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more so you're ashamed. It's not that you want people to think, because I didn't want people to think I was all that. I really didn't care what people thought. It's just the fact that everybody know I'm pretty much typical, especially back home. I'm a nice person. I'm just a friendly, outgoing, loving type of person, right? You see me at church or whatever, you didn't expect, oh yeah, she's married, I see her and her kids. You don't expect to see a person like, because I didn't ever, I'm dark skinned, so it's not like you could tell that I was ever just beat up or you know what I'm saying, got marks on me or whatever, because I'm not a bright colored person. You couldn't really tell it. But it was more so a thing where I didn't want to talk about it, because I didn't want to put people in my business. I didn't want to give somebody something to talk about. When in actuality, people gonna talk anyway, no matter what you do. You can go to church and, honey, you can get up there and you can give $1,000 to the church. You can say, everybody who here today, I'm giving you $20,000, $1,000, $20, however much you give them. People still gonna be talking about you. You might not know they're talking about you, but they still gonna talk about you. So I think with me, when I was in that, I lived it for years. And you know how you try to normalize what's really dysfunctional is I'll get out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a survivor, y'all. I am a survivor. I've been through some things. And I think there was a reason and there was a method to that madness. I really do. Because even in the midst of me going through that craziness, my spirit was not broken. Not once. I could remember going to work and playing it off like nothing ever happened. Go to work, laughing, talking, and hell, scared to go home sometimes. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Afraid. Because you don't know what devil, what that person might be on. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I don't know what they on. I don't want to go home right now. You just don't know. So I'm living proof of that. So just, and when I do talk about this to my children, when I used to talk to them and share little things with them, they would say, Mama, we didn't know. Not that I want them, because again, I wasn't telling them because I wanted them to look bad, their dad to look bad. I didn't want them to look at their dad any type of way, y'all. But I do believe in being honest and keeping it real with those that you love, okay? If you love me, don't tell me no lie. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real with me and let me know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they were smart enough to know that this is what's going on. A lot of times, them jokers, unfortunately, it wasn't hid always. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it got right in front of them. And I couldn't do anything for them except for listen to them yell and scream. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's in our culture sometimes that, we don't like to talk about it. I know a lot of y'all grew up in the era, the time where what go on in this house, stay in this house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that I grew up with was mostly used to that. You know what I'm saying? That's the house. And even friends of mine, they grew up with the same little speech. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of that too, because my children, you know what I'm saying, I took on that same crazy madness. Don't tell nobody what's going on in the house. Even though it wasn't, it just, I don't know. You just don't want to tell people what's going on because you don't want to be looked at or shown or, you know what I'm saying? But everything will reveal itself in due time. So basically, like I said, and I can't say this again, when you are in a situation, you know what I'm saying, whether it's going to hurt that person's feelings or not, tell the truth. Just tell the kid straight up, hey, this is what it is. If it's a respectful type of topic. Now, if it's something that's real uncut and raw, don't tell them. Play around with it, sugar that thing up, pretty it up for them. But for the most part, yeah. Yep. Just be honest with the babies and tell them what's going on, because they will respect you a lot more when they know Mama keeps it real. And it's been plenty of days, honey. I tell my children all the time. They know they can say this about me. I don't make promises, y'all. They'll say, oh, Mama, for my birthday, can I get so-and-so? Can I get XYZ? I call them down here. One of them, they'll tell you right now. I always say, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I try to be honest with them because I didn't want their little feelings to be broken, their little heart to be broken, or feelings to be hurt. That's just how I feel. And I think that's the reason why I'm blessed to have my children. That's T, guy. That's T. He's so nosy. He's smelling the chamomile. It's chamomile tea that I'm drinking. Because we traveled this past weekend. And I kind of was going through a little scratchy throat last week. But I sure enough feeling like, I need some help. So, chamomile to the rescue. And y'all done mess around and let my daggone tea thing, my bag, drop in here. So got me sucking and pulling on this cup like a fool. But anyway, y'all see it. Yeah. Wait a minute. What that cup say? That cup say, dream big, work hard, make it happen, baby. Make it happen. That's it. So we gonna push through. I hate when I want my tea, y'all, and it get cold. Just like that. Just like that. So anyway, for those of you who do not know Kai, this is Kai. Let me introduce him. For those of you that are coming on. This is Kai. He is a miniature poodle. He is a year old. He'll be 2 in October. And I think Kai is really like a little human, y'all. Sometimes this dog he could scare me so bad because his mannerisms is so much like a human, like the way he carry himself. I call him grandpa sometimes because he gets in the window when I'm working. You can be passing by having a good time. Kai will bust your mess so he can't stand. He's so grumpy, just barking. If they out there laughing and having a good time walking by, he barking at them. Go figure, right? You know I'm talking about you, Kai. And then he does the mannequin challenge a lot. So if you see him just being his little paw, this is what he do. He be up in the air like this. And he looks a little crazy, y'all, because he need to be groomed. But this all he gonna do. If I sat here and held Kai the entire time while I'm working during the day, he would allow me to do it. I think the only time he would get down is if he needed to use the restroom. I'm going to tell you the truth, Kai, because you my little boy. He's actually my son's dog, but he's my dog now because my son is in Japan, so he's mine, or he's ours because we all have a part to play with this little guy. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have had a good hump day. It is like, I don't know what time it is, but anyway, hope y'all have had a good day. Hope y'all got dinner cooked already. No, I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking nothing. I am relaxing. I said I was going to do a live. I have a really, really, really sweetheart of mine. Y'all, if you haven't heard of her name is Healthy G-Ma. She motivates me so much. Panama City 45 motivates me. Oh my God. Praying Couple cooking series. They motivate me so much. So many. But Healthy G-Ma was the one that say, baby girl, you need to go live. You're doing your videos and people want to see your personality. They want to meet you. They want to see what you're talking about. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so ashamed. Y'all, we are our worst critics because this doing YouTube, y'all, just the mere thought of YouTube used to freak me the hell out. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Excuse my language. It used to freak me out really bad because I was so afraid of, oh my God, how I'm gonna look crazy. I need to lose some weight. It was all these excuses as to why I couldn't do certain things, right? But I learned, y'all, sometimes you have to put your best foot forward and you just gotta do it. You understand? That's with life. Everything you do, you can't even put a lot of thought in certain things. And I say that to say this. I'm originally from Georgia, and I live here in Tampa. I moved here. I uprooted me and my family, and we moved here basically because I wanted to, right? It's something about moving out of your dang on comfort zone. You hear me? When you get up out of your comfort zone and you start putting yourself in an atmosphere and environment of where you're gonna sure enough have to figure that thing out, or it's like a sink or swim. You know what I'm saying? Either you're sinking or you're swimming. I was blessed to move to Tampa. I have an uncle that lives here, and I do have 2 cousins here, 2 blood cousins, but other than that, I don't have any relatives. And I used to beat myself up all the time because I was like, oh my God, why did I, for the longest I was like, oh, why did I move? Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm so bored, this, that, and that. But you know what, y'all? Sometimes change is really good for you. It's good for you. Change is really good for you. And it's what you need mentally is what you need. Sometimes physically. Because I've learned that, getting around here, even before I broke my ankle, those of you that may be new to my channel, I am Pamela Yvette. Pamela Yvette. Look at me, Yvette. Pamela Yvette. And that is my name, y'all. That's my name. That's what my mama named me. God rest her soul. And before I broke my ankle, honey, I used to call myself try to get it in. I used to get it in. But watching Miss Panama City 45, her live stream, I try to catch her typically in the morning because she goes live, Tuesday, I want to say Tuesday through Saturday, because she don't do it Sunday and Monday. But it kind of helped me to get back, in the swing of things. And I've been intending on doing more exercises and workouts and all that stuff. But her dance class or her dance exercise is awesome. So that's been helping me. Also, I've been trying my hand at this planning too, thanks to Healthy G Mom. Because if y'all watch her, Healthy G Mom is out there in California, IA. So basically, she's out there planting, and she's got me over here loving to plant. I've been dropping all kind of seeds because we live in a townhouse, as you can see. So I don't have a whole lot of space. But let me tell you something. With the little bitty buckets and the little pots that I have, Healthy G Mom, you just don't know, girl. You had your girl over here. I got a bell pepper plant growing. I had a cucumber that I put together. This plant that I brought back from my mom's funeral, I have this one. And then I also have my daughter planted a pineapple. Jayla! Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry, because my car needs to go out. Jayla! Anyway, I'm going to see if he can take him out for me. Because it seems like as soon as I get started doing something, that's he want to start tearing the front door down. But anyway, yeah, y'all. So I'm trying my hand at planting some stuff. You'll take him out for me. Kids. You didn't hear me? Oh, okay. Thank you. So anyway, y'all. So I'm going to have my son, if he wants to, I'm going to ask him his opinion because he's a 17-year-old respectable young man. And my children know I respect their opinion because they always going to be straight shooters with me. So when he come back from taking Kai, we do have these little round table discussions and we talk about a lot of stuff because y'all, mental health is something serious. A lot of people don't like to talk about stuff. They like to hold stuff in their brain. So, yeah. Can't use the bathroom that fast. Okay. But anyway, so, Jayla, I want to ask you your opinion, son. If you don't mind. So, you being a 17-year-old handsome young man, what do you think about me being honest and keeping it real with you? Like, growing up. I wasn't too brutally honest. I don't think. But you tell me.
I mean, I liked it. I don't know.
You say you liked it, you don't know.
I don't know what to say about that.
So you know the topic at hand. It just, do you think that me talking about and trying to keep you guys in the loop of certain things, not everything, but certain things, I mean, how did you feel about that? Like growing up?
Is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? That's what you're asking? Do you think
No.
it's
I'm
good?
saying, how do you feel about, like, I mean, what is your take on it? What do you feel about it? Like, you're 17, you've known me your whole entire life, right? So how do you feel about the way that I have approached certain situations? You know, y'all know I'm a big believer in grown folks' business is grown folks' business, but certain stuff, if you need to know it, you know.
Right. I think it was pretty good.
I don't think anybody can hear you, son.
I think it was pretty good.
This man is so shy, y'all. It makes no sense. Oh, the edges again. I can't stand it. I'm taking these braids out of my hair, y'all. Every time. Y'all already know I don't have that much edges, right? I can't stress this enough. God, please let my edges grow back quickly. But anyway, I'm so tender-headed. Y'all, when I get my hair braided, it's just basically like I'm sitting there. Before anybody who get their hair braided or has gone to the African shop before, I'm tender-headed. It don't have to be African. It could be anybody at the house. It could be my daughter or somebody trying to braid my hair. I'm very tender-headed. When you start catching this little piece right here, before you even braid it down and put a piece of hair in it, I'm already holding it at the base like, come on with it. Anybody, the people that I go to, they know me so well. They just like, why? I don't know why. I'm so tender-headed. I can't handle it. I cannot. So, my daughter, somebody said they're hungry, but I don't know. I'm not cooking, y'all. I know that. I know that I was going to come on here, and I was going to talk to my family, talk to you good people, and sip on my tea. So, I don't really have nothing to do, y'all. I worked today. I got so frustrated earlier that it just, I can't even explain how frustrated I get. I get frustrated. It's all get out. But you know what? I got to keep on pushing. I got to keep pushing because I have to remind myself, Pam, everybody ain't you. Everybody ain't going to be you. You may have a little system that you provide a courtesy for the next person that run across an account that you work. They ain't going to have to worry about doing X, Y, and Z, right? Everybody ain't me, and I can't get mad if they're not me. That's life. You can't get mad if a person ain't you, okay? But with all due respect, today was one of them days, y'all. I just want to pull. You see, I say I want to grow the edges back, right? But I want to pull these sapsuckers out because. Pray for me. But I will say this: I just wanted to pull them out only because I felt like this. Asking questions that are not obvious helps me out a lot. If I went to an account and I put a detailed note on this account and you didn't even read the note, you saw my name was the last one to touch this account, and automatically you like, oh, Pam, what happened? Sister, you didn't read it? Y'all forgive me because all day, y'all, I work from home. I talk to myself. I yell and scream all day. I make myself laugh. Even if I'm walking Kai outside, I'm just talking. And I'm like, oh, my God. I talk to myself. And I can't even say I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to God. I know God hear me, y'all. So it's just funny. And sometimes I still, tease with, even though my mom is deceased, she's no longer with me, but I still say, Mama, you better get these folks. That is something I would say if my mom was here. I would call her. That would be the intro to that conversation. Mom, good, you better get these. You better get so. And that was our intro. My mom be like, what that good? Those were the good old days, y'all. if you all haven't watched me before or had, watched my videos, anything, my stories or whatever, my mom, I hate to keep talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it because, I'm on the topic. But my mom passed away, and I'm not even giving the tears a reason to come out of my eyes right now when I say this. My mom passed away in August, just past August. And, there's a lot of firsts that I had to go through without my mama. People, that's a different type of hurt right there. When you have a mom like the mama that me and my sisters had, when she's no longer here, you identify that's that hurt. And I do mean that hurt. I don't think I would have been able to raise my children and be the mother that I've been thus far if it wasn't for my mama, number one. Well, if it wasn't for God, my mom, and my grandma, my dad's mom. Those women were so powerful. But my mama, very powerful woman. So there's a lot of things that I would typically pick up the phone and call my mom. And I thought about that today. I'm like, if my mama was alive, I would have called her today and said, girl, you need to get so-and-so. And mama don't even know the people, but that's what we say. Or that's how I do her. I be like, you need to get so-and-so. So mama be like, who that is? Girl, you don't know them, but let me tell you about them. They drive me crazy. Mom be like, now what going on? My mom, she gonna stop dead in her tracks and listen to what you got to say. Because she really be thinking, she like, Mom, I'm just talking trash about the job. That's just me. I like to have fun. I try to make the best of the situations that are handed to me. Situations, hands that I'm dealt, y'all. Even though I'm not a card player. But hey, I handle them cards just fine that be dealt to me. So welcome, y'all. Welcome. For those of you that are coming in, I am talking, or my little question that I had, y'all. And I don't want to hold y'all too much longer, but I just had a question that I just wanted to ask you all. As far as your parenting styles, what do you do? How do you handle it when it comes to a topic or discussion at hand, or whatever you want to refer to it as, because I don't know. But if there's a situation where you're really bending the truth a lot, you don't want to tell your children, your kids, the truth, your child or your children, just a snippet of it. I just kind of was talking about a friend of mine or associate of mine, who basically is not being so forthcoming with the information that her babies probably should know. That's all. So I just was telling her my take on it. She's saying, hey, I ain't saying nothing because I don't want to tell them the truth because I still look at my kids like they babies. That's what she's saying. And, keep them out of grown folk business. But it's like, to me, I just was asking my son, even though he's real shy, y'all, he didn't want to say nothing. But again, we do talk. We talk about certain things at hand. How you feel about it? What do you like about this? How do you feel about this? Because whether you know it or not, young people, they'll go through things, y'all, and they'll grow up to be grown people, and they'll carry these things with them, and they'll never speak on it. There were things that happened to me growing up as a child, and I felt the need to not really just speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't speak on it. Don't share it. But does it really go away, y'all? Does it go away? The thoughts don't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't go away. Sometimes you're like, oh, God, I remember this and I remember that. But we do a good job at, we bear that stuff inside of us without us even trying to do it. We're conditioned to do that, whether we know it or not. Because I mentioned earlier, for those of you that are coming on, I mentioned about, I kept it real with my children once they got up to this age, like where they're at now. Just recently, I started sharing just little bitty things about what I went through when I was married with the domestic violence situation. And then they were like light bulbs going off. Oh, Mama, I knew this. Mama, I knew this was going on. Mama, But at the time, you don't, and even then, you don't really tell them the whole story now. You dance around it because you don't want them to look at their other, you don't want them to look at their parent or the other adult in that situation that they love and adore and say, oh my God, I'm looking at you bad because you did this to my, you know what I'm saying? It's no right or wrong. I just see it like this. We went through certain things. We learned from it. We grow, we move on. That's it. Either way. So, yeah, that was my little thing, y'all. Do you believe in keeping children out of grown folks' business, or do you believe in putting them in? Now, I know somebody who put their children be sitting there right there, front row seat. Soon as you talking to them, they right there. My mama didn't play that. When we were growing up, my mama didn't play that mess. My mama had friends that came over, very few, but if she had a girlfriend that can't come over to the house, me and my siblings knew, even if we went to somebody, mama's friend's house, we didn't have a room to go hide in like we would do if we were at our house. But guess what? You better act like you looking at the floor, that carpet, that TV was so interesting back then. Oh, Lord. Even though you can hear what's going on, but you dare not repeat it. Because, honey, they would peel the skin off your behind back in the day. My mama and them did not. They did not play. They would walk heavy. Heavy with your behind, baby. They would walk heavy with your behind. And that's just what it was. What you mean? And I know sometimes I think mama used to try us and be like, oh, Lord, I sure hate so-and-so going through that. She want me to drop her down and be like, oh, child, I heard she will. No, I ain't finna say that. You won't get me with that and whoop me with many stripes. No, ma'am. I know better than that, baby. No, you ain't gonna get me like that. But what you are gonna do, I'm gonna be like, be quiet. I'm mute. I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. That's what it was. So, I love going down memory lane, though. But still, within reason, y'all, talk to your kids. Keep them up to speed with certain things that's going on. But then things that they don't need to know, they don't need to know that. That's not their business. They don't need to know that. But I just wanted to come on and just talk about that. Y'all, forgive me. I hope nobody ain't said nothing, because you know what? I can't see it no how. I don't really know what's going on. It's like I keep seeing this thing on my screen, y'all. But I don't think anybody said anything, because I would see it. I hope. But y'all, if y'all leaving comments, don't think I'm ignoring y'all, because I'm not. God knows I'm not. I'm just talking my normal self, just running my dang on mouth like I do. And that's that. So anyway, how do you all feel about... Y'all know I'm a rambling queen too. I'm going to tell y'all that. Kai, get away from that door, please. Come here, Kai. Y'all, don't mind Kai, because he loves to do this. I have a neighbor that loves to drop. She feeds these freaking birds out here, and God knows everything needs to eat. Trust me, my behind be eating, and I know I can stand to lose about 10, 15, 20. It's all right. But she be feeding these birds. You can take Kyle outside to go potty. She dropped bread and all kind of stuff on the ground, right? Kai is so smart and so freaking intelligent, y'all. You'll take him to use the restroom. He would be like, okay, I see bread over there. I see a piece over there. Oh, is that a chicken wing, a bone? He see it, and then he gonna use the restroom. He's gonna come back in the house, wait a few minutes, and then he's gonna act like he gotta go really, really bad. And then when he get outside, if you take him without a leash, he's gonna go run right to the bread, right to the bone. Whatever's outside, Kai is your guy. He gonna drop a dime on it all. Ooh, it's like buffet style when he get outside. And big boy, don't lick on my plant. Please don't. So I try my best to always, that's why I tell the kids, when you take Kai outside, make sure, hey bub, I'm talking about you. Make sure that you have him on a leash, because Kai is off the chain. He's real cute. Yes, he is. Come on, bub. Come on. He's so excited, y'all. His little nub, he don't have a tail. When we first got Kai, he, whoever my son purchased him from, they cut his tail. Like I said, he's a miniature poodle, is what they say. But I think Kai may be mixed with something else. But anyway, they cut his little tail. He gets real excited. His little nub gets to go crazy. Just go 100 miles per hour. That's what lets me know that he's excited. So this is my little chocolate drop right here. My little Oreo cookie. But he was my support, y'all. I promise y'all. This is why I haven't had an animal. I haven't had a dog in years. Like, years. We had a pit bull before we moved to Florida. And then we ended up, we had to leave the dog behind because we moved here. We moved in with my uncle. And he didn't want, my uncle's not a dog person. Kakai, stop that. So basically, it been years since we had an animal or dog. And so, Kai is really a great support. I see why people can get their dogs, their animals, and just fall in love with them because they are so much, they're very comforting, I'll tell you that. When my mom passed away, this little man right here, I could just start sniffing or something or whatever. I could just bust out and start crying. I'd be here by myself sometime. Let me tell y'all something. It was Kai to the rescue. This man put that cape on. Shoo. He be floating over there. And next thing I know, he find his way in my lap. He be like, I know Kai be looking at me like, I can't say nothing to you, mama, but I sure feel your pain. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? There he go doing the mannequin challenge again, y'all. Say hey, because I'm going to put you down in 1 second. Say hi. Say hi. And the reason why I keep picking him up is because he keeps coming right. Kai, don't do that. He keeps coming right where I can see him. And this little nub going 100 miles per hour. He's so excited because he think I'm talking to him. Because typically, I turn into a full baby mode with Kai. Kai's like, he is the guy. Say, I am that guy. He got all kind of songs. He got his own theme song. Yes, he does. I ain't gonna sing it for y'all right now. But I'm his cheerleader. I'm the one that's gonna hype you up. If you telling me you want to go and you want to do 10 flips back to back to back, I'm gonna hype you up. I'm your hype woman, hype man. So Kai know when I try to get him to come upstairs, because at night when it's time to go to bed, he want to ramble around the house and see if anybody left any scraps on the floor. It's him. He gonna see there's some crumbs on the floor. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. He gonna be the vacuum cleaner. And he gonna eat it all up, so he don't want to go upstairs. But when I start singing his theme song, he just tear up the stairs then. He had no choice. It just make him go wild. So it's funny, because ever since we've been had him, I just make up songs. I used to do that with my kids, make up songs. And just sing. So this is my little bubby right here. You ready to go? You ready to go down? All right, goodbye. All right, y'all. I'm running out of recipes too, y'all. Somebody need to tell me what to cook. Because it seems like I cook the same thing over and over and over again. And it's just driving me insane. I didn't cook today. Yesterday, what did I do? I said I was going to make a salad for dinner tonight, but I didn't even. Well, I had a salad for lunch. I did make a salad. I had tuna salad. It was a struggle to eat it because once I fixed the salad, I didn't really want tuna inside of it. It wasn't even all that good. It was like the little packs of tuna, the lemon pepper. It was too tart or tangy for my taste bud. It was driving me crazy. So I couldn't even get it together with that. But I forced myself to eat it because it was food. So I don't really know what to cook. That's the reason why I didn't cook none today. I'm going to be honest. Because I knew I was going to do the same meal. My kids, I love spaghetti, y'all. I love spaghetti. I'm a pasta fanatic. My children don't really care for spaghetti like that. Especially my daughter. Jaleb, he wishy-washy. He'll eat it sometimes. But I didn't know what to cook. I really didn't. I don't know what to cook. We had barbecue Monday. Well, yeah, we had leftovers yesterday. Because we cooked Monday. And then we had some leftovers yesterday. And it's still like a hamburger and a hot dog in there, but nobody ain't going to eat it. Because in my family is like this. They so finicky when it comes to food. They love to say they hungry. Ain't nothing to eat in there. But guess what? It's food in there. It's food. I'm not going to buy grocery twice. What I call buying grocery twice is, if we go to the grocery store, if I go and buy grocery at the grocery store, that's one time grocery. And then you want me to run you to Chick-fil-A and get you something to eat, that's grocery 2 times. No, I'm not buying grocery twice. Either I'm going to buy grocery once And then we might splurge within reason, but things is getting so ridiculous, y'all. Ridiculous. So that's the reason why I said no. I went in it. It's just too much. You know, as I mentioned, we went out of town this past weekend, and we came back home, you know, Sunday. We had to do some grocery shopping, just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit, right? Went to Sam's Club. I can't even tell you what I picked up. Water, some juice, little stuff. And I think it came up to $196. And I think the only reason why it came up to $196, now that I'm thinking about it, y'all, it was that dang on membership. I tried my best to skip that membership. Why do Sam's Club do that, y'all? Why do Sam's Club do that when you know you don't really have that renewal fee? I ain't got your money right now, Sam's. And I love coming to your establishment. But this week I just couldn't get them coins up. I just no. But I guess they say I kept skipping till I could not hit exit anymore, because on the little checkout thing when you scan from your cell phone, I don't know if you guys use that or you know that, but I don't even stand in the lines anymore at Sam's Club. I just go straight. I got the Sam's the app downloaded on my device, right? I go in Sam's Club. Once we figure out we got everything we need, we pull the little cart down to on an aisle where ain't a lot of people at or no traffic. Zoop, scan everything from the cell phone. And then the last 2 weeks when I went to Sam's Club, or when that was, when I discovered they had that water machine, if y'all saw that short, and I put it in my video, one of my videos. Okay, every other time I had been able to skip it, right? Not this time. Every time I tried to call myself, do the the skip, or they say, do you want to renew now? I was like, nope. Guess what? Sam said, yes. Give me my coins. You've been getting away. And I had all the stuff that was in my cart. I needed it. I'm like, these kids out for the summer. We need these groceries and some more. So this is what we call our survival kit. We just went in there, tried to pick up a few things, and we just scan out on the device, which is very easy. It's not as time consuming as you would think. My debit card is already saved on file. Scan that sucker, boop, up out of there. And that's what it is. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining, y'all. I'm over here rambling, running this mouth like I do, y'all. I told people, if you guys are new and just coming in on this part of it, you just, if you don't mind, watch the replay. But look, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I was telling those, I don't know who else been here since the beginning, but I was telling y'all, I got Healthy G Mom. If you haven't heard of her, she is a YouTuber here on YouTube. And she's a really great friend of mine, mentor. I say she always kind of was encouraging me, telling me, you need to go live. People need to see you. They need to meet you. And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm so nervous. So Healthy G Mom, if you watching, you got me up here. I'm on live. But I do want to make sure I do more of these, y'all, because again, sometimes it takes a lot for me to do a video. Like, I went home this past weekend, went to Georgia. My niece graduated from high school. Y'all, it was so many moments that I want to just pull out and record, but then I started thinking, I said, oh my God, I'm all in the way. I don't want to be blocking anybody. Plus, we were at like the fairgrounds or whatever inside of the building. So they were like, you weren't able to stand up. They like, nah, you can sit it on down. But I didn't want to buck the system because I'm like, I don't have a child graduating. Now, when it comes to my child graduate, I still don't want to buck the system too hard. I'm going to do a soft little buck. You know what I'm saying? Like a stand up and they tell me, okay, I'm going to sit down and still stand up because because it's my child. But I don't want to do that because I'm like, oh God, I don't want to cause a scene. I know Daddy was sitting there looking like, because I asked him, I said, I should get up and take a picture. He was like, no, I don't think you should. Because that lady right there, my dad, he followed the rules. I do too, but sometimes I'm like, come on, Dad, let's make an exception, to the rules. But that's that. But yeah, Healthy G Mom, she got me on here doing this live because I said I wanted to come on and really just talk more, because I think I've been hiding behind the camera, y'all. I've been talking about these little edges that I don't have. I told y'all to pray for them. Ooh, Lord Jesus, these braids. Y'all, I wish I could just snap my fingers and these braids come out of my hair. But that ain't gonna happen. I think I took like maybe 2 or 3 out. I keep saying this every night. I'm gonna start taking my hair out. Start taking my hair out. Start taking my hair out. And guess what? I wake up. No, this is what I do. When after I take my shower, I'm looking in the mirror and washing my face. I'm like, okay, I can start cutting some more of my hair out. Child, before I know it, that bonnet and that scarf just swoop, swoop. Before I know it, the Pink Panther is on my head. That's my pink bonnet. It's on my head, and I'm suited and booted, ready for the bed. Y'all like how that sound? Suited and booted, ready for the bed. Look, I make up so much sayings, y'all. Look, you can tell I'm a country bumpkin. I am country. I can't help it. When I first moved to Tampa, my nickname is Little Country. That's what they call me. And I love that name. I'm proudly standing on the little country. Now, sometimes at work, I used to try to talk proper when I get around some of my other people. Like, excuse me. So, try to talk proper. My coworker be like, "Good, go sit down. Sit your behind down. You sound crazy trying to talk proper. You country proper now." I thought I'd be sounding proper, y'all, but I don't. So I don't even try it no more. I'm just me. I'm just Pamela. Country. But I do need some help with my braids, y'all. Taking them down, that is. Because my scalp needs a break. I just really want to, if I could just take my head off of my neck, off my shoulders, sit it in my lap, scratch it one good time. Like how we used to have to do my auntie and them hair back in the day. Scratch all that dandruff out my head and just sit it back up here. Because my hair, I don't know if it's this braid, this extension hair. I don't know. My hair have been itching me so bad. It's like somebody put some fire ants in my head. Ugh. I don't know. But anyway, it's a shame when you hear people playing music. And first of all, I was just about to complain. Then I realized that music is in my house. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Now, I told this knucklehead I was doing a live and he up there got the speaker on full blast. But I'm going to tell him the truth about that too. You see what I'm saying? How you keep it real with these kids. You see how it all ties back to what I said? I'm going to keep it real with his behind. He up there blasting that music. I thought there was somebody else I was about to talk trash. Like, they need to stop that. And it's my own scoundrel. My own child. So anyway, I'm going to look up some recipes tonight and figure out what I'm going to cook for tomorrow. I think I got an idea. I told my baby I'd probably do some baked chicken because every other week I'm on a diet. And it's sad to say this, y'all, but I am the most dieting person you will ever meet. So just get used to it. When you hear me saying, oh, I'm trying to cut back, I'm on a diet. Yeah, I'm probably lying because I'm probably finna eat a slice of cake like, the next second I breathe or something. I don't know. But seriously, sweets is my weakness. I went in the store yesterday to Dollar General. I think I had to, what did I have to pick up? I don't even know. I picked something up, right? Before I get ready to check out, guess what I asked the lady? Now, the lady ringing me up and everything. My behind supposed to be cutting back on sweet. I'm going to ask the lady, excuse me, do you see any white chocolate Twix back there? Why? Why do he got to jump in me? I be trying my best, y'all. Oh, but I just love sweets, y'all. That's my weakness. And so even with this chamomile tea that I got, y'all, I didn't even put any honey in it because my brain knows that the first time I get a little bit of sugar, a little taste of sugar in my system, then I'm going to be looking like, oh, I need something else. Luckily, they didn't have that candy bar. They didn't have any candy that I like because I don't really eat chocolate. So that's a good thing. But I have to do better, y'all. Seriously. Because I'm not exempt from certain things. You know, I have family members that have certain illness and ailments and all that stuff. And even with my baby, for those of you who know my story or watch my when I did a video, I think I did 2 videos on that. But my daughter was just recently diagnosed with diabetes, y'all. And that was an awful time. It was awful and it was scary as I don't know what. Because that was my first time learning what ketoacidosis. I think I'm saying it correctly. That was my first time learning what that was. Because to be honest, and I'm not ashamed to say, I didn't know what the hell this lady. When the doctor told me that we took my daughter to the emergency room because she couldn't breathe. That's how it started. She woke up one Sunday morning, couldn't breathe. Well, she was having shortness of breath, she said. And it freaked me out. So automatically, like, hey, let's get to the ER, right? Get my baby to the hospital. You know, they run all these tests on her and run these tests. They couldn't figure out what's going on, right? Long story short, they were trying to get some blood, to get an IV in her. They couldn't because she kind of was dehydrated, whatever they said. And when they told me that she was a diabetic, I was like, I couldn't even say anything when the man told me that. So after he said that, he said she's in the, what we call a ketoacidosis state. And the way they described it to me was like her blood is turning into acid. That's kind of like the next step or stage before it's fatal. Y'all. Lord have mercy. That broke me down in so many ways because I know diabetes. Before my mom passed away, my mom was a diabetic. That's the one thing that I always knew that my mom, she just say, I'm going to leave here with something. We all gonna leave here with something. We just never know it. She said, but I'm not gonna let this beat me. My mom used to always say certain things. But when I heard that news and when I saw the condition, the shape she was in, if you watch my videos, my daughter was in intensive care unit. And I'm thankful, y'all. This is her testimony, and I think she should tell it, but I know she's too shy. But she was in intensive care just for a couple of days. We stayed there from Sunday, and we left out Tuesday. And even now, I just had to redo her endocrinology appointment. But to think about somebody being in a ketoacidosis state, like, that was the farthest thing from my mind when I took her to the emergency room. And it just, flipped like that. So I say that to say this. Sometimes we play Russian roulette with our health and with our bodies, and I'm guilty of that, and I'm so guilty of that. That's why I said I'm so glad they didn't have that candy, because I didn't need it. But when you have a rough day, it's hard to pick up a piece of fruit. Like today, man, today working was like everything that probably could have got a little crazy and went left, it was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Every account that I was working that would have normally been easy to me, it wasn't easy. It was hard as I don't know what. So in my mind, and in probably a lot of people's mind, we associated stress, we associate a tough day with something good to eat, honey. Let me get me a good snack, honey. I don't drink sodas or anything. I will drink tea. I love green tea. This is my first time having chamomile tea, and then I got that turmeric tea, which has been doing good with my swelling. But anyway, we associate that with, honey, I need to have me something good to chew on at the end of all this. Give me I need double for my trouble. I had this type of day. Okay, let me bust down with me some good old ice cream and cake. Let me get some cheesecake, because it's nothing. I mean, I'm a sweet eater. I love sweets. And it's to the point where it used to be to the point. It's not as bad now, but it used to be to the point, y'all, where I would pass up a meal. Hear me good. I could cook a whole meal in this house, a full meal, and I may have, now I'm not saying on no baker like that, but I may have baked a cake, child. Guess what I'll do? Ooh, I'm going to just taste that cake and see how that tastes real quick. It's unhealthy. It's so much unhealthy habits, and I'm guilty of that. I'm unhealthy as I don't know what. And every day, day by day, I've been trying to reprogram my brain and teach myself, Pam, you getting older, girl. You don't need this. You don't need this. You know, I watch my baby. My daughter takes 4 shots a day because she has to take insulin. She takes 2 types of insulin. Anybody who has diabetes or, takes it, she takes Humalog and Lantus. And even in between, she has to stick her, does the finger pricks because she doesn't want the monitor that she could just put in her arm and read it. For some reason, I think she's ashamed of that. She doesn't want people to see that in her arm because she's scared people are going to say, oh, what's that? Because she's in school. She just turned 15. And I know this is a lot. Even with her, this past school year was rough, y'all. Because we found out back in January, she missed. This is the most my daughter has ever missed out of school this year. Ever. Because of her diabetes. Having to go to the nurse. It's called, down here in Florida, it's called a 504 plan. I had to make sure the 504 plan was set up in the school. It was a lot. Even to the point where if the nurse called me, if I seen the school come up on my call ID on my phone, I'm already shaking, because I don't want to relive that January day. It was the 16th. So I tell her all the time, you got to do your part. Sometimes she don't want to do her part. Some morning she'll get up. I said, what's your numbers looking like? Oh, I didn't check yet. My daughter's the type, she'll walk around and her sugar could be very low. And she won't feel no different. Her sugar could be very high. Because when we found out she was a diabetic, at this point, y'all, I didn't have no signs. I didn't know. I knew it ran in my family. But it was more so like it was in the 5s. Close to 6. And it scared the mess out of me. And so that's why that's another conversation, another topic. I'm going to save that for that day. But that's the reason why I keep it real with my daughter, because I let her know you only get one life. You only get to play games with certain things. You know what I'm saying? And with our health, I try to lead by example, y'all, because I feel like I've created a monster. I'm not gonna say my mom used to love to bake. My mom knows she could bake really, really good. And so having that love to have some sweet in your house, every weekend my mom would bake some type of dessert. We always had that. That's what we look forward to. So sometimes we associate that good tasting food, that good sweet stuff, as a feel good type of thing. It's that dopamine that's in your brain. It's making you feel good. Like, oh yes, honey, I'm now my day. Because right now, at the moment when I was having a bad day, when I was like, I ain't gonna say I had a bad day. I had a bad moment within the day. I had a few bad moments. And then I kept on having a few more moments. And a few more after that. But it was all right. It ended up all right. But if I would have, right in the moment, if I would have just ate that candy bar or had something sweet or something that I really, really love, right then and there, my brain would have been like, oh, yes, honey, this is a perfect day. Whatever I was dealing with wouldn't have mattered because I had a distraction, which would have been the sweet, which is not good. So I'm trying my best, y'all, to do the right thing and keep it together, because I promised Miss Lee, Panama City 45, if y'all up in the morning, watch her. I promised her I'm probably going to try to do some exercise. Also, my sis, boss lady Denise, she is a great, great sister of mine. I love watching her. There's so many that I can't even hardly name right now, but still, it's just that those that she asked me just this morning, was I going to record? Because I said I'm going to try. And the reason why I say I'm going to try, because sometimes this ankle, Kai, did you pop that balloon? You can tell this dog is like a little kid, because he just did something and all of a sudden he come trucking over here to me. That's what he does. But anyway, she asked me, boss lady Denise asked me, y'all check her out. She's on YouTube as well. She asked me, was I going to record? And I said, I'm going to see. The reason why I say I'm going to see, y'all, I'm going to go back to that, is because sometimes this ankle loves me, sometimes it don't. This soaking my ankle in Epsom salt first and then icing it with a gel ice pack, baby, that's a winning combination. They showed me this at physical therapy. The only thing they didn't do at physical therapy, they don't soak your foot. They put hot towels and wrap it around my ankle, right? And then after that's it, that's to loosen up the muscles. Once they get finished twisting and pulling and torturing me and making me yell out for mercy, then they put that ice on me and punish me even more. But in the end, y'all, it turns out to be really, really good because it works. It works. And I can't see no comments if y'all saying something. I'm so sorry. Because, I don't know, my screen keeps jumping up here, but I don't know if anybody's saying anything. But anyway, with me having, and I'm going to contemplate, y'all, if I'm going to have these screws taken out of my ankle. I want to, in a sense, because my brother and I had a conversation this weekend, because he told me my brother had an accident years ago, and he had a rod in his leg, right? He kept it in for 2 years, because I asked him, did he still have it? He was like, no. After 2 years, I ended up letting him take it out because, you know, it's not something that you want to just have in your body. So with having 5 screws in my right ankle, I have it in my mind to do exercises. I do. But if I don't really take it easy with my ankle and not really just love on it and listen to what it's telling me, it can get out of hand. So I've learned to not push myself too much. You can't push yourself. You got to listen to your body. If your body say, listen, sit, I'm tired, you better sit your behind down. Oh, my mom used to say, honey, if you don't sit it down, they're going to throw you down. Either way, you're gonna have suffer the consequences, and that's something that you do not want. So I'm contemplating, this October will be 1 year. My doctor did tell me we can revisit it in October, the conversation. But do I want to be one-legged again? Do I want to go back to that struggle, y'all? Anybody, if you ever lose the use of one of your limbs or both your limbs, it's like you are so out of gas at some points. If you don't have now if you got somebody there to hand me this, hand me that, run this for me, do this, then you winning. But if you're like me, where my family, you know, they have to go to work, kids had to go to school, it was just me and Kai here. And what could Kai do for me? Nothing. Because he didn't do a darn thing. But look. Kai, you didn't do nothing but look at me, Bubby. But that's all right, though. You was my emotional support animal. But anyway, when you are down for the count, y'all, my scooter is over there. And people might laugh at me. I told my friend, I said, girl, I call my scooter my Range Rover. I still got this Range Rover over there. You think I'm getting rid of my scooter? I'm not getting rid of my scooter, because you know why? If I have this surgery, if I let these people go in and take these screws out of my ankle, because the way it was explained to me is, really they just put the screws back in there, the metal hardware, so that my bone could heal. Once my bone has healed back in place, then I'm good to go. They cleared me back in February to start walking on my leg. They told me that my bone was healed. So technically, do I need these screws in my leg? They keep on swelling up my, do I? Because it's like my brain knows, like, Pam, it's telling me something ain't right. But what I'm doing is telling my brain, oh, you know, it's all right. Be quiet. Don't say that. Because I don't like how it feels when it swells or when it gets very, very, very tender. I'll probably come on another live and show y'all my leg when I don't have it wrapped up, because I wear a compression little anklet thing. It's like my toes are out, but it comes up just above my ankle, because I have to have some type of compression to squeeze my leg. Now, sometimes I take it off because it swells so big. My legs say, I ain't having nothing. Don't put me in a chokehold. Just put some Epsom salt water around me and then some ice. And that's all I got to do. But I do listen to my body, y'all, because my body be telling me that this ain't going to work today. Even when I took Kai for a walk, yes, I wanted to push myself. We did do some extra steps. Even when I was out there talking to my homegirl. She saw me rocking from side to side. I said, "Girl, it was good talking to you, baby. Let me ease on in here, cause these dogs is barking, and I ain't talking about Kai. I'm talking about them dogs on my feet, hollering and growling. Because especially this right one, it don't make sense how my. It's just like things that you didn't notice was going on with your body. Like I could recall standing up talking for hours. It don't even bother me. But now I identify something going on. It's like, my ankles say, nah, you got some weight on you, girl. You can't do me like that. Come on, let's go. Let's bring it in the house. And that's what it does. So that's what's been going on with me. But back to being down and out, y'all. Yes, I want them to take these screws out. But do I want to be back on that scooter? Do I want to go back to being in the grocery store on that little cart? Just go down memory lane with me. In the freaking grocery store, y'all, in Walmart and in Sam's Club. I tried to do it in Sam's, but I couldn't find a cart. But in Walmart and in Publix, people are so freaking rude. The little, you know how you got the little buggy thing, you just be beep beep with that little weak behind horn. Nobody don't hear the horn, for number one. You see me, I got a cast on my leg. I got crutches hanging out of this little cart, right? Ain't really got no room for no groceries, but because my crutches is kind of leaning across that, but I got to do it. So people is rude. They'll reach all over your head. They don't say excuse me. I had a dude so rude reach above me. Something fell down. And he didn't even say excuse me. He didn't even acknowledge it. It was like, oh, if it would have hit me, it hit me. Now, what was the crutches going to do if that thing would have hit me, Lord? Probably would have been wrapped around the man's neck. Let me stop. I'm just playing. But anyway, it just, the going through that. People are just so rude where I was thinking that people going to look at me like, yeah, they see me. I'm a little helpless. I'm on a sick and shut in list. No, they was rude as I don't know what to me. And then it's the fact that the cart moves so slow. You know, vehicles would see you because sometimes you get one in the parking lot when somebody left it out in the parking lot, and I would have to ride it up to the store or either have my son or whoever was with me at the time go in the grocery store, get the cart, come back out to me because I couldn't. Crutches really tear my arms up real bad up underneath here, and it ain't good. So people blow the horn, beep beep, move out the way. Really? You telling me to move out of the way, and I got a cast on my leg. I got a splint on my leg. Like, seriously. So it's like, I want to go and have these screws out of my leg. But do I want to be one leg again? Do I want to have to hop? Y'all, I have put so much pressure and strain on my left leg, left knee, left ankle, left thigh, left everything. And to the point to where I feel like I'm just not doing justice to the left side of my body. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of weight. And you're trying to shift your weight. Even now when I'm walking, physical therapist, you know, he told me, hey, heel to toe. They always tell me heel to toe, heel to toe. But then when your foot and your ankle is very tender, you just start getting on the good foot, baby. You just hup. I'm playing hopscotch trying to get to where I'm going because it's so tender. What you mean? Heel to toe. I'm toe. I'm tiptoeing to the house because it's painful. So you don't even think about proper walking techniques when you're in pain. You just like, oh, let me hurry up and get off this leg. And that's me. So who that is. So that's what I do. So I'm trying to contemplate, y'all. Do I want to go get these screws out, or do I want to get these screws out? I don't know. I got some decisions to make. I got a few more months before I have to really just say yay or nay, because you know, they just want to go back in and take them out. I think the doctor just want to have surgery on somebody, but I don't want to deal with the scarring. I don't even care about that because I got bad scarring on both sides of my ankle because they went on the inside of my ankle and on the outer. So it's like, I think I got 3 screws down in the ankle part and 2 on the outside, on the outer side of my leg. So they hooked me up real good, and I'm really afraid. I don't know how it's gonna turn out because even now, my toe next to my big toe, I'm just now having a little bit of feeling coming back in that toe. So I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. Now that I'm starting talking about it, I'm getting scared just thinking about it. Because I don't want them to deaden my whole foot. Because think about it. I had surgery October the 21st. And here it is May. No, it's June 1st. And I'm just not getting some feeling back in the toe next to my big toe. And even there, they said it would come back slowly if it comes back at all. That's the thing about surgery. When they go in, you don't know what all damage they're doing until after you're in your healing process. And then what can you do? You know, what can you do? If you don't have feeling, you don't have sensation. I think that's probably the part of the reason why I don't walk. I can't stand to walk for too long because I'm like, at sometimes, honey, I don't even know what's going on inside this shoe. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know. I'm just, just a toe down. But it's all right though. I'm still here. And I can make fun of myself, y'all. I'm a joke on myself all day because that's what I do, You got to make light of a crazy looking situation. It's okay. Just remember the cards that you were dealt. Learn how to play them. I don't know how to play cards in real life. I don't. I know how to play match. Yes, I do. I know how to, we match with the cards. I don't know how to play spades. I have an idea of how to play, but I don't know how to play. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I know y'all say that's really not what we doing in our culture. I know that. But I've seen so many beatdowns, so many fights happen over cards, y'all. It terrified me growing up to the point I ain't ever cared for no cards. I don't even like the arguments associated with it because, at family outings, gatherings, barbecues, honey, you see them getting down. You had a spade, you had a two, Pam can't handle that. I don't like that. I still got trauma from that. A card game. I don't like to play it. Now I see people. I like to watch people play cards, as long as they doing it peacefully. But as soon as they start getting loud and talking crazy, I'm going to the left, cause it takes me back to my childhood. I don't like that. I don't like the violence part of it. So, yeah, that's that. So anyway, y'all, I've been talking y'all heads off for a while. I am going to get off of here in just a minute. I don't see. Y'all, forgive me. Again, I'm going to say this for the probably 100th time. From the bottom of my heart. If you left a comment, I'm so sorry. Because I don't see it. Because my screen is not showing me. And the IT person, so low down and nasty, won't even help me. You know what I'm saying? I don't see what, if it's something on there. Who's that, Jared? Tell him I say hey.
Mama said hey.
Yeah. Tell him I can't see. If y'all are messaging me, y'all, trust me, round 2 is going to be better because I'm going to have my son. You about to go? Yeah. He's out there?
Yeah.
All right. Have fun. Love you.
Love you too.
You know your curfew now. Just because it's summertime, don't do it.
12.
Say what now?
It's 12 or 11.
Say what? See, you just let a big old mosquito in here.
Man, I forgot what it is.
Son, you know what time it is. Anyway, y'all. He gonna give me an IT lesson soon. Yeah, Jay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you gonna become there not a second late though.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
He about to get ready to do they have an adult skate night tonight at the skating rink that's not too far from the house. And my son, y'all, he think he is T.I. from the movie ATL. You got me. This man specializes in skates. I wish I could have showed you when he was leaving out the house. Got on a book bag, sweat. He's suited and booted. And I don't even know how to skate like that. I used to skate, but you couldn't pay me to put no skates on right now. After I fell, I don't have no, how do I say it? Yeah, I don't have confidence in these feet. For those of you who don't know, I fell coming down the stairs, And it was early in the morning, getting ready to take Kai outside. And if you see Kai in the morning, you will understand why. He is a riot when he wakes up. He's super excited. He hyped up. On my way, coming downstairs, I had on these fuzzy socks. I was half asleep. I was not even trying to be up for that day. It was a Saturday morning. I just wanted to go to sleep. Take him to the bathroom, go back to bed. That wasn't the plan, though. I hit every step coming down. I stopped myself. And then I fell down the remainder of the steps. That's just how nasty that fall was. And then when I got to the bottom, I fell down and kind of hit the curb because that's how fast I was going downstairs. I don't know if my foot got caught up in my robe, what. All I know, as my sister would say, the devil pushed me down the stairs. And I didn't even think, I knew I felt something. I heard something pop. I say that I didn't feel it. But when I got up and tried to stand up, that's when I realized I can't stand up. I fell back down. And so I was like, oh my God, I had to call my boyfriend to come and help me. So he had to come and get me up off the floor. It was a tragic day. So it was awful. So I got some stories to tell y'all, but I ain't even gonna hold y'all much longer. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for rocking with me, for watching me talk about my shenanigans. If y'all see my nose piercing, it's healing up, so don't mind it. I got my nose pierced a little while ago, but I changed this ring out and it was looking a little crazy. So if you see any crustiness, it's not boogers, it's just this nose piercing. There I go trying to talk country, proper again, as my coworker would say, your little country behind. But that's me. So anyway, thank y'all. It has been 1 hour and 31 minutes and 49 seconds. You guys have been rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. As I stated, my second live will be better. As I do this, I'll be better at it. My IT person is gone skating. He's going to be fired soon. But it's okay. As I do it, I'm going to get better. But I thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your